Hey, horror fans, once again, it is me, the Horror Miser, Monty G. Yes, it's time to review another horror movie. It's time to review the horror movie called Slaxx. Now, Slaxx is a 2020 Canadian horror film. It was directed by Ilsa Kephart, I think how you pronounce her name. It was also written by Ilsa Kephart and Patricia Gomez. Now the film stars Romain Dennis, Brett Donahue, and Sehar Borjani. I believe I pronounced her name right too. Now, in this particular horror movie, when a possessed pair of jeans begins to kill the staff at a trending clothing store, it is up to Libby, an idealistic young sales clerk, to stop its bloody rampage. Yes, a pair of jeans, of all things, in a horror movie. Now, there's nothing I like better when a horror movie comes along with a unique storyline. Horror movies such as It Follows, Scream, and A Quiet Place all have unique storyline behind them. Whether it's a curse that follows you until it kills you, a slasher film where the killer kills his or her victims based on slasher films, or alien monsters that hunt by sound and you can't make anything or they'll slice you to death. They all have something different that we haven't seen in horror movies. Yes, they do have similar traits that we've seen before, but the overall storyline is different. It's unique. It's something that really tantalizes the audience, and that's what I like about some of these horror films. And such is the case with director Elia Kephart's latest project, Slaxx. Now, welcome to the Canadian Cotton Clothier Store. Here at CCC, that's their motto, that's what they're known as. We're making a better tomorrow today. Yes, that's the store motto. It's a decent setup here. It's one of these trendy stores where they say that all their clothes are organic. Um, they're not made in sweatshops. All their things is natural. They're a trendy up and coming store. It's mostly where you would see a lot of millennials would shop at there. You even have an influencer that's actually coming in to try out their new products. Now, everyone is excited at CCC as their latest product, Slack Jeans, is coming out for their Monday super sales. Even new sales clerk Libby is excited and giddy as she's been looking forward to working at CCC and she really believes in their core values. Way to go, Libby! However, unknown to everyone, there's a problem with the new jeans. As we see when a salesperson tries to put them on, she is squeezed and split in half by them. Is it possible that the jeans are alive? Say it ain't so. Now, despite the silliness of this plot, a pair of murderous jeans that goes on a killing spree, you do have to give credit for Ilsa and her writing partner Patricia Gomez for coming up with this unique story for a horror film. I mean, to tell you the truth, it's no different than the horror film Rubber, where we have a tire that kills people with its mental powers. Now, the film does look fantastic. It's obviously that Eliza and the filmmakers were smart to choose to film the movie mainly at the store location and probably saved them on budget costs and production. It looks like a well-produced film based upon how it looks. It looks like a big budgeted film, so you got to give credit for how they felt the film looks and feels. Now, the acting is what you expect in a movie like this. Canadian actress Romain Dennis is okay as the Gibby Libby. Now, as I stated earlier, when you look at Libby, she truly believes in CCC's core values and she's ready to start in what she believes is to be a great career at CCC. I like what she does with Libby's character. Now, all the other actors play over-the-top caricatures of salespeople who work in a trendy store like CCC. That goes double for Craig, who will do anything to get that manager's position that the owner is offering early in the film, if it means killing off the competition thanks to said pair of jeans. Yeah, you're going to grow to hate Craig. Now, obviously, there is a small message that Ilsa and Patricia are trying to say in this movie regarding that the message is a store like CCC is marketing, but the truth is far from it. You can actually see how the story plays out. You see how the people are willing to do anything to get ahead. It's something similar that we see in probably in trendy stores like this or other workplaces. Like, it also shows how cutthroat and ruthless some employees can be when trying to get a promotion by any means necessary. And I do mean any means necessary. While the genes themselves are violent and it kills without mercy with bloody and gory results, one of the problems I do have with the film that's hardly scary or frightening. Genes don't really present much of a threat. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, when they kill, they kill. There's some great scenes that we see what the genes are capable of doing, and yeah, it's some of the things seems looks absurd. I'm not spoiling anything because if you see the trailer, you know what I'm talking about. There are some funny moments in the film, but I don't believe this was supposed to be a horror comedy, and horror comedy because it seems like the film it looked like it was marketed as a horror comedy, but when you actually look at the film, it's really not funny. Yeah, there are some funny moments in the film, but the film is taking itself seriously. Plus, I wasn't surprised when the truth about how the genes became sentient is revealed, probably around midway through the second and third act of the film. That's when we find out what really happened and why the genes are sentient. Overall, I'll give Elsa credit for coming up with a unique horror movie that, while it's not scary, it's not frightening, it's still a fun, bloody, and kind of a weird movie. Like I said, we got some decent practical effects with some gory kills. The acting is what you expect. You know, Romaine Danis she's pretty good as Libby. But overall, I kind of like the movie, and I will give them credit for coming up with something a little different that we've seen in the horror genre. So I'm going to give Slaxx 2.5 out of my 5 bloody gold coins. Giving it 2.5 out of my 5 bloody gold coins. I did enjoy this movie. Like I said, it's not frightening. It's not scary. For a horror movie, I think the marketing team tried to market it as a horror comedy, but it's not a horror comedy, in my opinion. I mean, I really don't know. Like I said, there are some funny moments in the scene in the movie, but this is definitely not a horror comedy film. So there you have it. That is my review of Slaxx. Have you seen Slaxx? Leave your comments in the comment section below and tell me what you thought about Slaxx. Do you actually enjoy the film? Do you think this movie is a horror comedy or not? Again, leave your comments in the comment section below and tell me what you thought about Slaxx. Also, this is my video for the day. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up because it does help with the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you're new here, please hit that subscriber button and ring that notification bell. That way you'll be notified anytime when I put up new videos such as this one. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G, and always remember that horror rules. I'll see you in my next video. I'm out.